What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Coffee with RW. Yours truly, Ralph William. On this episode, we got into a conversation over the weekend about getting your money right, bringing up your credit, and things that a lot of the young individuals need to pay attention to. Unfortunately, for some reason, my microphone wasn't picking up my voice very well. I try to do my best to raise it up in the editing process, so I hope you guys are able to make out everything. But a lot of good, useful information there to listen to. Also, we came across an individual who said they were from China, and we've asked a lot of interesting questions to this individual. So, sit back, relax, get yourself a cup of coffee, and take a listen to the shenanigans over the weekend. Remember, here's my not affiliate links, but here's just some websites that you need to go check out and show them some support. One is glowflowdenver.com. That's glowflowdenver.com. And also wholeshift.com. WHOLE. Another E, SHIFT.com, holyshift.com, and caresnone.com, caresnone.com. All right? I know I'm giving you all a lot in the beginning, but I think it's useful. All right, let's get started with the show.
Conversations about society, one cup at a time. Coffee with RW.
Un cafecito.
Pour yourself a cup and join us.
Es un cafecito.
Where are you from, Linda, again?
England.
England. Can you explain something to me? Could you explain why the Prime Minister resigned?
Oh, Lynn Frost. Oh, yeah, because she basically took the markets right down. She put the interest, giving money, she shot the interest up from 40p. She brought it right down to, and then that sent the markets just basically in a whirlwind. They just dropped, and it dropped against the dollar. Our bank had to rescue us and buy bonds up about 60, because she sent it so bad that she had to go. She just had to go because now we've got another chancellor in. Now he's put it all back. Hopefully, they will settle down but it's literally knocked the market long, and they still don't trust us now because we're changing again to, we're changing to another Prime Minister. So they dropped again. Well, the bank have helped us out the market out twice. The Bank of England have helped them out twice. And they say we're not going to help them out again. So it's dropped again.
So
and people are just worrying about it.
Linda, hold on one moment, please, because I'm a stupid American, right? So I don't understand the process that you guys do over there, and I'm trying to figure out a way to compare it to what's going on here so that I can better understand it. So Boris Johnson was before her, right? Correct?
Boris Johnson, yes, he was the one who got us out of the EU.
So he resigned himself, or he was pushed?
No,
out?
he's pushed out because he was lying. And when we had all the COVID,
Right.
He was lying, telling everybody that they should stay inside, they should do that. Why he was going and having parties, and so everybody got upset, and he was lying. He didn't say he was, and
Right.
so his own ministers got rid of him.
Okay.
They
So
guessed him. Go on, sorry.
when no, it's fine. So then when they get rid of somebody and somebody else comes in, is that through they were elected in, or is just of succession? Like who's the next one in line?
No, now it's again. We've got now. Well, it was the one who got the first 100, but so now it's now going to elect another one through their own party. Like you, I
So
suppose. Do you have the You have the House. We have the House of Commons, and then we have the House of Lords. Like you have the Senate, I suppose, and
right.
the main house.
So
So
she was
yes,
considered she was
go on.
considered from the conservative party, correct?
Yes,
that conservatism the same as what we see as conservatism in the United States? I mean, guys in the chat, let me know.
the one.
I don't know if you
Go on.
understand what I'm
Sorry.
talking about.
I think the brand of conservatism over there is more like kind of like at the middle of the road over here.
True.
Okay.
True. Agree.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it's like, I think the reason that she was ousted too is it's like you're taking a leader of a country and you're putting them to the podium and you're saying, okay, the world or the sky is falling, and then you're taking all these investors who have taken an approach to, however they're investing in the market, which would be our stock market, et cetera. And now all of a sudden, now they're pulling out, they're doing all this different stuff, and it just sends the country in a spiral. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
And that's where I know that because that's what, I don't want to say that's what I do, but I'm familiar with that. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you got it right, and
Yep.
really,
Dumb it down a little more for me.
nobody wants to buy the bonds back because we now got a lot of money that we plough back into the system, like 65 mil or something, and we need it to get that money back. We need to sell our bonds, but nobody's going to buy them because we're a train wreck.
Correct. And then when you take somebody like an investor or a day trader in our end with the Americans, it's one thing. But when you take a leader of a country, much less somebody that's in that position that makes that kind of comment or makes that kind of statement, then all of a sudden now it's a different story. So anyway.
She was only in 44 days. That's all she lasted, 44 days. She was basically the shortest prime minister ever.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? I think it was last week. Didn't the head of the Bank of England tell everybody they had like 3 days to handle their funds, basically?
I think that statement arose out of what was said with the market there, with what Linda's talking about.
Oh, okay.
So Ralph is the shortest podcaster ever. Yes, you are correct, sir. JLo, you might need to. JLo, I think you might need to dumb it down more for me because I'm having trouble grasping it.
No, I can't. I'll let Linda pick it up.
Right, equated to what's going on here. Like, give me like.
Okay, so if Biden came out and said in a news conference or said in a State of the Union address that all of a sudden now we've got this issue with our market and all these things need to be done. Here's our problems with this with the NYC, just different stuff like that, and everybody, all the buyers and investors, and everybody started panicking, and all of a sudden now you've got your absolutely well that, and plus you've got everybody wondering what should you do now. So,
right, like Hustler says, you mean what's happening now, pretty much, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. And then with Linda talking about it earlier with her country, and that's a bad thing because they took a nosedive, and I get that because I'm on.
That's one of your.
That's one of my things, and I tell you, it's definitely took a nosedive. So
by taking her out, who's the next one in line? Is it still going to be someone from the conservative side?
I don't know, and I don't know if that was a one-off with her, with what was said and how that was done. but with Boris being ousted, and it was kind of a quick, let's replace him with somebody quickly. That's what you get. So it's some of that is a parody to our country with Trump. You know, everybody hates mean tweets and hates Trump, and I'm not taking sides, but now all of a sudden we got him out of office, and here we are right now in 2022. Welcome.
Right.
But anyway.
So, Linda, who's? Oh,
yeah, she's
right
off.
here. Oh, Linda.
Yeah, that's good.
Too much. It's too much for her. Sorry, Linda. She's like, these bloody stupid Americans don't understand anything.
Yeah, we do. It's just it's a different, but
there's
it's all a
some
lot of it's the
people.
same. Believe it or not.
Yeah. Some of us are still slow at it. Damn. So, what do you see happening to the market? You see an even more drop coming?
Yep.
Yeah. Here, absolutely. It's not going to get any better for sure.
Yeah, I got a feeling that I don't know the exact timetable, but probably sometime in the next few weeks, it's going to start dropping. Maybe a little bit each day, but it's going to start dropping, and it's going to drop far.
Yeah. And unfortunately, with winter coming for a lot of people, it's going to get worse because of different aspects of things with gas and all that other stuff that's getting ready to kind of go through the roof. So be ready for that. But it is what it is.
Hey, Honey J. Hey, dude, Sean.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, man. Okay.
I don't know.
What do you recommend for everyday people to do?
Oh, geez.
It's a loaded question, right?
Yeah. I just say just keep making it and do what you can. Just I wouldn't personally, and I don't personally, at least at this point, put a lot into a lot of investments and things like that going on. But just it's hard for anybody to have that extra. Everybody talks about extra money laying around. I don't know of anybody, including myself, that has a lot of extra money laying around. So
if you're somebody that has put money in the stock market and it was just like a little bit of extra, you just wanted to play the market a little bit and you're not really worried about losing it, then I would say, do what you feel is best. But if you have a nice size amount of money in there and you can't lose it, I would think about taking it out.
Yep, absolutely.
That's what I was thinking. So this is not my thinking, but because I'm an idiot too. I'm an idiot with a lot of things. You guys haven't noticed, but when it comes to like the stock market, I was fresh in it, like maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I started playing with. I'm gonna be open about it, because who cares? I'm not a millionaire. I started playing with it that long ago, and I still have investments in there. Now, of course, this took a couple of nose dives, and I've been seeing a lot of red lately. So from the other side of it, other people like so-called professionals are saying, stick with it, stay in there, buy the dip, keep your head up high, and it's just gonna go back up in the future, right? And then some are saying take money or take profits out or take it out and wait until the market drops even more so that you can have some money to buy, the lowest of the low, right? If you can, so that it can go back up again and you can make some, a good amount of money. So I'm at those crossroads where I don't know which avenue to take. Do I take it out now, or do I ride it out until maybe I probably lose everything? But who knows?
Yeah, but I guess I would ask if you're comfortable with it where you're at right now. Does it if it's in a position where you're comfortable with it, then hang on to it and do what you need to do with it. It's kind of like a car. My daughter just paid off her car and she wants to get a new one. And I'm like, you just paid it off.
Wow.
And especially now, because guess what? When you go to the dealership now, what happens? They get you by the balls. Yeah, they get you by the balls, literally. So I said, why not just kind of ride that out a little bit? You've got, 60, 70,000 miles on it. Hang on to it for a while. Enjoy that no, payment for your lien, and then maybe see how things work out. And then you go into the dealership with the upper hand.
I mean, explain that to me. What is that mindset? Like, I'm not trying to say anything bad about your daughter, but just people who think that way. Is it just like wanting to get new things? Like, why would you want to, knowing that
Well,
you got rid
I
of
can
your
say it in two I
payments?
can say it in two different ways. I can say it because I was 28 years old at one time, and she's 28, and it's like, give me the new and best thing, and I'd be like, yeah, give it to me.
Right.
Or I can say like, hey, I've got something paid off, let me go to the next thing. And I when I finally told her, I said, you can use that extra money towards, like, if you go to the club on the second weekend of the month, you can use that towards doing that versus having to make a car payment. And again, when you go into that dealership, you have the upper hand, because right now you do not have the upper hand in a dealership when you buy a car or anything, really.
So now I'm seeing Chris Unplugged in the chat saying you're not building credit that way. He trades in his cards every 3 years or so. Is that really the best thing for everybody to do, is to increase their credit line? Like,
It
is
depends
that
on your
real? Is that
situation.
real wealth?
Yeah,
Increasing your
totally agree with Seeker. Totally agree. It depends on your situation completely.
hmm.
Totally.
Yeah, because a
Refinance
good
every
credit
eight
score is
months.
not wealth.
Exactly.
That's what I was trying to figure
Solid
out.
tangible things like land or gold or something, that
Well,
is
yeah,
wealth.
that's what
Now a good
we
credit
think.
score could be a tool to get the wealth.
Right. Yeah, if you can get, what's a good credit score? Like what, 800, 900 or something like that?
830, 845.
Jeez.
I mean,
That's
if
low
you're
too.
talking about a really good one, that's a good one. That's going to get you in there, and it's going to get you the low bottom dollar on a good finance for a car for 3 months or 3 years, 3.5 years, 4 years, whatever. But
Right.
anyway, it's
Hmm.
Hey,
it's like it's like all of us too, Ralph, because when you're in your 20s and you pay something off, you go, oh yeah, you don't think, oh, I got all this money I'm saving. It's like, what do I get to do the next biggest thing? I'm going to buy this Dodge Hellcat or whatever. It's like, okay, well, no, you're not, because it's probably not going to work out for you.
Right. Huh. I mean, uh, yeah. Because they're like, if you can't afford to have, if you can get like a credit, or like a credit line of like, let's say 10, 100,000, whatever, whatever. But yeah, you don't have the means to pay that off. Like, there's no point, right? Like,
Absolutely, man.
like if you can get a credit line of 100,000 to buy a house, but yeah, you don't have the steady income to be able to keep making those payments, then I guess it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's like going in the military. Everybody says go in the military to make your life better, but I was in the military and I got out and I enjoyed the hell out of it and I've benefited from it. But guess what? When you tell the guy or the gal that does not even want to go in the military, it could actually mess their life up worse if they don't want to be there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my point. Is it's just whatever works for you, your better situation.
Right. Just steal
Yeah,
property,
there
like
there are there
just
are
like the government.
there
What was
are
that?
different ways. There are different ways to build, your own wealth, and having a great credit score is a tool to help you do that. But there are many different ways. And going back to the stock market,
Uh-huh.
um, when you were saying that all these people are saying, buy the dip, buy the dip.
Right.
I I think that what's going to happen is it's probably going to dip to a certain point, and people are going to be like, okay, that's the bottom, and then they go in and they buy the dip, and then it starts going up, and it starts going up, and they're like, yeah, okay, we're going to make money. We bought the dip, yeah, and it goes up to a certain point, and then just plummets. And I think that what's coming is going to destroy the saying of buy the dip. I think when that happens, people will not buy the dip for like another generation.
Right. Damn. Chris says his son He's 19 and he already has a credit score of 700, 710? Jeez, good stuff, bro.
That's pretty good. God dang.
Huh.
I will tell anybody if you want to, and I am as negligent and non knowing about the whole investment stuff at an advanced level than anybody. I am not, that's not my role. But I will tell you, if you watch that Netflix show about GameStop buying and selling, I think there's a documentary that they have on there this month. That thing is incredible the way that they show how just somebody with the word of mouth can throw a stock out there and everybody start buying and buying and buying. And all of a sudden now, God, this stock is so high. Why is it so high? And it just, the folks in New York taking an approach and going, why are you, it's just a good thing. I don't want to give it away, but it's really good. It's a great documentary.
I like it.
And also, Chris had talked about this in someone else's show, and I completely agree with it. It's a very easy way to build your credit. If you're looking for a really good credit score, it's a very easy way to build your credit. Is go to your bank, take out a small personal loan. Don't spend the money, and use the money to pay it off very early. Like if it's like a year loan, pay it off in like 6 months, and you just keep doing that and doing that and doing that, and it builds your credit.
Yeah, that's I just recently started doing that. Like I don't go past my limit, like what I have as disposable income. So when I buy something, I use my credit card or whatever, just so that I can quickly pay what I owe back, so I can slowly
Yeah,
build my credit up, right? Just
yeah.
slowly learning. And the sucky part about it is that I'm 42, just figuring that out now, like just doing that now. And I had a credit card when I was like 19 years old, and I totally botched that experience, which made me not want to have a credit card for the rest of my for the rest of my life until recently. But if I would have implemented that back then, oh my Lanta, I would have had like probably a good huge credit line to use, maybe, right?
You know
If
what
I
the
was
other
to
is?
implement that at 19, what do you think? Go ahead.
Oh, it's the other is a gas card. Gas cards will definitely, because of the fixed rate and the stuff that these companies will put on with the oil companies and stuff on the gas cards. The gas cards are a great way to build credit too, because believe it or not, I've had a gas card since I was almost in my early 20s, and I'm 52 now, and I still got that credit on my history, or that information with payments on my history that comes up a lot. And gas cards are a really good way to get that credit built.
Hmm.
It's the gas cards are the higher percentage rates more than furniture companies or a lot of these other companies tack on. For whatever reason, gas cards are definitely the higher APR or the financial with
And
the
those things
rates.
don't change, right? APR, unless you, I think it was
It,
Chris that said it. Like you have to close out an
you got to
account
do a
before you can get it.
fixed. Yep. If you do an annual percentage, if you do a fixed, then you're good on your mortgage type stuff. If you do anything that's revolving, then it depends on the market.
Hmm.
So if you closed at a 4, 3.5, like I did on my house maybe 10 years ago, then you're going to be paying that. The bad part about that though is if it trips or drops down to a 3.5, 3.9, 3.8, and you paid a 4, then that means that you're still paying a 4 and not a 3.9, 3.8.
Hmm. Okay. So, man, there's something that I want to talk about, but I mean, I feel like it's like I want to keep it to myself, but I mean, why not? Why do I want to do that, right? So I'm just gonna ask. Maybe somebody else knows about it and can spread the information. What do you guys know? Do you know anything about trusts, or it's like a life insurance thing that you can take out loans on your own personal life insurance, and then it grows. It still grows even if you do take money out.
Nope.
Chris knows. Chris already knew. And it's tax free, right? These are something that I was interested in doing, or trying to figure that out so that you can use that to pay off, big debts and still increase your initial inheritance. There you go. Well, that not yours, but somebody else's inheritance. Those are good for someone that has somebody to leave money to. I don't, but do you have anything to say about that, JLo? You have
So the only thing I was going to say about trusts and stuff like that is that yes, that's true. It's tax free, but if you take a trust or anything like that out early, you incur a penalty, and the penalty totally depends on whatever it is you're investing in or whatever it is you're wanting to open it. But the other thing is, if you're looking at like these commercials with I don't know what it was, where they were doing some kind of if you have all of a sudden now you have a big inheritance,
right.
and we're going to take care of you and do this. What they're going to do is they're going to charge you a huge financial rate on the loan to take that out early. So let's just say you can't have that trust until you're a certain age or until this happens or that happens, but it's there. So what they're going to do is they're going to say, okay, we know we're going to get it. So we're going to go ahead and let you use it, but we're going to charge you about 10, 12, 14, 16% interest on that trust.
Woo!
Yep. And at the end of the day, you're paying a hell of a lot more than you were actually given. So it's kind of I don't know. It's not always a bad thing, but it sometimes is. I mean, just FYI.
Thank you for that. Borrow against it for low rates, says Chris.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
There are a dozen different types of trusts. Yeah, man. That's where I'm. That's the stage where I'm at, trying to figure that out.
It depends. If you walk into a banker and say I need a trust and I'm borrowing against it for a swimming pool, they're going to look at you and get ready because they're going to hand it to you. But if you say, hey, I need to do this for a home, for a business, or something like that, they're going to work with you a little bit easier than they would for a luxury tax like a swimming pool or something like that.
Okay. Fiduciary. That word always sounded funny to me. Fiduciary. And make the call. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. What's up, Raccoon? I might have to do that because
that's going to be the person that's going to manage everything for you like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So okay, is that the same thing as if something happens to me, they're going to be taking care of like who gets the rest of my shit?
Yep, and that's why you find that fiduciary that's in it for you, and you know how to find out is because anything that you make, they profit from, but don't do something that they don't profit from. In other words, make them on the same level as you. If you profit from it, let them profit from it as well. If they don't, then you don't as well. Some fiduciaries will actually profit and you don't, is what I'm getting at.
Gotcha. Chris says he's been using one for 5 years now, him and his wife. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just one of the things that I've came to acquire, and I wish those are the type of things that I would have known about many years ago. If we would have gotten into that at 19 until 40, oh my God, you young kids, I hope you're doing that, and you will be well into your 40s, probably being able to be a millionaire, right? Depending on what career you have. Who knows? Maybe by then, $1 million won't be really a big deal anymore. Like $1 million is going to be the new 10,000s in about 30 years.
Oh man, I hope not. Oh, if it gets like that, that means shit is bad, real bad.
Yeah. You can start with as little as 10K. There you go. Nice. What is another way? I'm trying to find ways of like maybe not fail safe, but options that people can do to better their living, difficulties when everything hits the fan. And I'm not talking about like doomsday stuff, but just hike on prices, your money not stretching as far,
Like now?
Well, yeah. But I mean, it's only going to get worse, right? It's not like it's going to stay the way it is now. Some people can get away with certain things now, but it's probably going to get even worse in a year or so. So, anything else comes to mind, JLo?
Man, I would always say is try your best to pay that credit card off because those finances or the interest on those cards are just ridiculous sometimes. So I don't know. I know again, it's easier said than done. I'm not sitting over here in my, golden throne. I've got issues too, but at the same time, it's definitely one of those things to where if you get a credit card in the mail and you can do your best to pay that off as much as you can because those finances, if you really look at that with the interest rate on those things, sometimes those interest rates exceed things like light bills, cable bills, etc. If you really look at that, I mean, my God.
What do you mean?
Well, okay, so if I got let's say I've got a $3,500 credit card bill that comes in, and my interest rate on it is $200 or $300 or less or whatever, $150, $200.
Right.
I mean, you're looking at, at least a portion of your electric bill, if not all of it, plus some of your grocery bill and everything else, just on interest alone that they're charging you.
Wow. Right.
So just do everything you can to try to put forth, get rid of that interest off of that. And it comes, like you said earlier, Ralph, with building a credit up and getting that better interest rate on the credit score and all that good stuff. So,
yeah. Balance transfers, says Chris. Gotcha. Light bill, is that
you, Dad? I love it. Light bill. Yeah, it is. I did turn the AC down. God damn it. That is
72 degrees.
72 degrees. I've got
running on my damn light bill.
Yeah, I got 10 people in the house. I'm watching that thermostat. Oh my
Turn
God,
off
I
the
love
damn lights in the kitchen. Chris also says buy gold or silver and put it in a safe.
Yeah.
All right. Get those gold chains, thugs. No, I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. For example, you sit there and you build up your credit score, and then you have investments, and then you have you start your own business or whatever, and that's all to build your cash inflow. And once you do that, then you take a large chunk of that inflow of cash, and then you stick it into, like, say, land or gold, and it's locked in. That will not go anywhere.
Yep.
Even if the dollar dies, it will not go anywhere.
Yep.
Okay. I can dig it. Well. Is there anything else that you guys want to add? I don't know what else to add to this.
No, Avon had me at pork bellies. Sell them pork bellies. I love it. My God, that's awesome.
Pork belly. Pork belly. So good. Pork belly.
Oh, shit.
That's another thing that I wanted. Chris is talking about that I was trying to figure out.
Oh, shit.
He says, create a business and the S corp and run your money through it or through that. So meaning buying or well, what do you mean by that, Chris? You mean like using the money that you would use for their business for personal use? Is that what that means? Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Like if you're running your business in your home and you have to use your business loan to pay off a mortgage or like a rent or something for where you live, that would be considered is that considered Trumpism? I don't know. Is that something that is that something that everybody hates on him for?
Oh God.
Just doing everything that was legal. What the big deal is? Anyway.
Yeah.
Put everything in business. Gotcha. Business name. Do you have your own business, Jello? Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I work for the man. I do well for my life, but I work for the man. So, and anybody out there that's entrepreneurs, please, my God, I have the utmost respect for you because
yeah, man, so do I.
Especially nowadays, that's I've got several family members that are entrepreneurs and have nothing but the utmost respect for everybody out there. So,
yeah, man, I'm trying to do that. I'm sort of like I've been dipping my toe or like my big toe, maybe like few of the index ones. Anyway, in that, but I'm not like full blown in it. And just me being halfway in there, it's really like a lot of people say it, owning your own business is a cakewalk or whatever. Like, no, you
No.
have to be on top of it all the time because it's your baby. It's what you're supposed to be doing. So you have to constantly working on it 24 hours a day. All this talk about, oh, I only work 4 hours a week or whatever the hell the guy's selling books about. That's not necessarily the case. Like, you don't have to punch a clock, 8 or 9 hours a day, but you're always have to, at least if you want to make it successful, be on top of it like every day, every second of every day, I think.
Yeah, and I think the thing that was inbred in me, and even throughout my life, whether it was the military, law enforcement, whatever it might be, was don't be a person for now, be a futurist. Think about the future and try to invest in the future and not now. And it's never easy because it isn't. And I hadn't done that a lot of times. I hadn't done that, but I don't know why. I just said, you know what? I'm going to start doing that. And I did it at the right time. And, it started working itself good. So
Mhm.
that's all I can do is just, tell
Now, without
people
getting
to,
into your affairs, do you have children? You have children, right?
yes, I've got 3 girls and three grandkids.
3 grandkids. Okay.
Yep.
This, have they like how do they see your upbringing in terms of like the way you work?
Yep.
Was there like a how do you say it, work hard type of
Yep.
mindset
Work
or
hard, play hard.
hustle?
That was always my thought. And
Okay.
it worked well, but like anything else, and parents out there listening can always attest to, there's always one or two, or maybe none, or maybe one or all that just grab a hold of it and go, okay, great. But, um, I don't know. It's just, that was always kind of my thought was just, here's the tools for success. Here's your tools, succeed.
Right.
And if you can't, then, you know, it's never you're on your own, but sometimes it is. So
Right.
that's kind of my thought.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Thanks, JLo. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries. I don't mean to. I'm not trying to sound like a guru because I'm not. I'm just telling.
Yeah, no, that's how it is. um, Anybody in the chat have anything else to add or something to complement the conversation? You're more than welcome to either jump up or type it in. Or jump up, yeah. Welcome back, Linda. Oh, what happened? Call again, Linda. I'm sorry. Are you gonna give us an update on on the prime minister? I thought that like she was supposed to be doing great for them, and I thought that they boot her out. Like I thought that was the whole thing. Like they made her quit. So that's why I was having trouble understanding, um, the whole situation over there. Sorry, Linda.
No, what was they basically yet again, because she was sending the markets basically and the dollar and all the haywire, and her own people didn't like it, their own conservatives didn't like it, so they ganged up on her and basically got her to resign. That's what happened. And so, because they can do, Johnson, they did the same with
So,
the last
but
Prime
they did it,
Minister, Boris
but it
Johnson.
was for good reason, though, right? That's what I'm
Yeah, it
trying to figure
was
out.
because basically what she was doing was taking the taxes up higher. So what she was doing was giving rich people more money and the poor people robbing it off the poor people, because the people who were working at lower wages were getting less back than the rich, who were getting more money and they were getting a lot back. So people were taking not a liking to that. Even the backbenchers weren't. So they thought it was out of order. So they've reversed it back now to where there's a lower tax rate and the rich people aren't getting so much now.
So who do you think is going to be taking over next?
I think Richie Sunak will take it over. He was Chancellor before, like when Johnson was basically there. Now we've got this stupid situation where Johnson was supposed to be coming back again and trying again, but it's all bullshit really, sort of, so nobody believes that he's got 100. So really, I think the only one running is Richie Sunak. Well, no, actually, he's probably one of the more steady characters who knows about the banking system and is going to sort of try and stabilise the market and the dollar rate and the, and all that lot, sort of, because we need somebody. Well, actually, the councillor we've got in has reversed all the things that she put in place. Because, well, as JLo was saying, she's crashed the market. That was how bad. In a matter of 3 weeks, she crashed the market.
So, if you was to get whoever this next person is, do you think it's something that could be fixed quickly, or is it going to take time?
Well, it'll take time, won't it? Markets don't always just go back. It depends how much the confidence comes back.
But in terms of like taxes and stuff, right?
Taxes, oh yes, they've got the taxes. She sent it back up and they put it back to where it was again now. So that will stabilise things. But at the same time, the bank are unstable because they don't know what's coming next with Britain, what Prime Minister we're going to have, whether we're going to change chancellors again, because the next Prime Minister that comes in can change the Chancellor again.
And when can so when is this going to happen? Is there a certain day? Or
yeah, Monday we're supposed to be getting a new Prime Minister.
Oh, that quickly! All right. And they can be booted at any time, right? Of their term.
They can if they don't do well. I mean, we should be having a general election in 2 years' time.
Why is it that
between
we can't do
the Labour and the sorry?
No, I'm just making a general comment. Like, why can't we do something like that in the United States? We usually have to wait at least 2 years to boot somebody from office if they're not doing their 2 to 4 years if they're not doing their job correctly. So.
Well, yeah, we don't usually do. They usually last longer than that. Well, basically, the last one. We usually keep them longer than that. But it's been terrible. We've been gabbing them in. And in the last 3 years, in the last year, we've had 3 prime ministers.
Wow, is that a record?
We will be having the last one. I don't know, but it's not good going. In fact. Really, but that's why I want some stability.
Right.
Really? Well, the markets are crying for it as well, aren't they?
Yeah, we're all looking for stability. We need stability around us.
Well, you shouldn't have done it, especially after COVID, where everybody's struggling. I mean, there's businesses going out of business left, right, and centre here.
Right. So,
but she had this idea that, if she took taxes that gave the richer people more money, it would trickle down and then it would go down, they would invest and then it would go down to the poorer people. But it wasn't going to work. So,
Chris said the problem I think happening in the UK is that the government doesn't understand its own people, which is probably the same around here, right? In the United States, Chris, is that a safe assumption? Probably all governments, right? They don't really care about their people, and they're supposed to be elected by us. That's the funny.
Yeah, thing. But you've got like us, the 20% of your population has got the most rich, has got the riches, hasn't it? Whereas, so it's always the same, isn't it? Where we've got the same, most of the top people have got the riches compared to sort of just the lower part, sort of thing. I think it's everywhere, that is.
How is it? See, I try to be I try to be careful with what I ask because I don't like. I wouldn't want people to know any personal things. So it's up to you if you want to answer. Like in your situation, you personally, where you live, are
Mm.
you comfortable now in terms of like your income, what you spend? Are you better off now than you were a couple of years ago, or is it the same for you? Do you feel any of the struggles
No.
in terms of
It's
economics?
worse, isn't it? Because of
Well, but
the
for you
energy.
personally,
Yeah, well, it's
yeah.
worse. Yeah, for
Okay.
me and for a lot of people now are struggling because of the money that's being spent on war on Ukraine. I mean,
Mm,
but you and us have been spending trillions, not billions on sending stuff over to, and he's just stopped it.
mhm,
Basically, stopped the gas, and we relied a lot on it coming from. Well, a lot of people did from Russia, didn't they? Not
mhm.
so much you. You got your oil, but you know,
So let me get
really,
this. Where do you live? Not exactly, but what area do you live in? England, right?
England
What
in the
is
middle.
do you take medications? Do
Yeah,
you
I
take
take medications.
no
Yeah, but
prescriptions?
yeah. But I get
Yeah.
mine free from. Still get. If you're on got problems, you can get them free.
They're
Don't have to
free.
pay for them.
Okay. That
Yeah,
is
well,
that
our medical health care is still free. We don't like you pay for our. You can go private, but we still have the national NHS.
so how do you feel in the time that you've had to use it? Do you feel like it was good? Would it have been better if you had private healthcare?
Well, I had to use it, and I'm grateful there was actually a good surgeon because I had disc crashing, pressing down on my spinal cord,
I'm sorry to hear that.
and if I hadn't, I've had a serious operation to take the discs out and stop it pressing on my spinal cord.
Hmm.
I would have been in a wheelchair by now. So
So do you? Because I'm trying to find out the differences between quote unquote free healthcare, right, and privatized healthcare, which is beneficial if it is. Are you getting the exact help that you need at a prompt, timetable?
no, it's been going worse really because we've been having to. Well, there's a lot more influx in people coming in. We're trying to
Mm.
stop, but all these people coming across from France. We take hundreds coming in
You guys are
from.
getting migrants too? Oh wow, okay.
Oh yeah, we're getting migrants, and we're putting them up in hotels for billions. As well as Afghanistan's, and yes, so I live in a place where we're full of migrants, really. I hear nothing but basically foreign language. You
So are
know,
you so do you feel a certain type of way that they're able to put up migrants in hotels, and do you guys have a lot of population of homeless people
yeah,
by
we
you?
do in
Yeah.
London, yeah, and it's maddening because they're still on the streets, and then these people come over in these boats, throw away all their identity, come over with nothing, and they just get put in a hotel. They've even given £7,000 just over the counter to go and spend, whereas unemployed people don't get that. So just like that, we only get so much a week. So it does feel very much like an invasion, and that they're getting special treatment to our own people who are down on the streets.
Oh, this is very interesting, man. Miss, I'm sorry. Man. Because this is exactly what's happening here. Like, it's not a United States thing, so that's why I'm a little like perplexed because you're stating the exact same thing that a lot of people are stating here, and they're looked at as being without compassion or things like that. But I mean, it, do you? Why isn't people like understanding? There's people that are homeless in your home in your home country, but yet other people coming from other places are able to get nice homes. Like I just saw a video in New York City where they're putting up these centers where for some reason they only want single males to go stay in, right? And they have their coffees, they have their big screen TVs, they have their couches, their sleeping arrangements are taken care of. And I'm like, man, I just walked in New York this past week and I saw at least 4 or 5 people sleeping on the sidewalk, where I was at. And we're over here just handing,
Yeah.
these people, I don't know, it's weird. Then again, I think of it in the other way, whereas there has been uh, money dished out for welfare services to help these people, and yet it hasn't done anything. There's still people that are homeless that are down in their luck or however you want to think of it, and they can't seem to get themselves out of it, no matter how much services you provide. So, I'm thinking maybe they just want to put out those services for people that will work for it, right? That there will be contributors to society. I don't know. What do you think?
Personally, you see, I know there's a few people, when you sort of got problems, a lot of people on the street will drink, or especially to keep warm or be on drugs or cocaine, weed, whatever. And really, just putting them up in a home without really any help to get off these drugs or to get back into society and into the basis of living in is really a struggle for them, sort of to. So sometimes, and they've got health and mental problems, sometimes due to. So they just think, well, I'd rather go back out on the street because I'm safer.
Right.
Um,
They're probably ostracized in society. And just like somebody said in the chat, I think it was Seeker, that said most likely these individuals that are being taken in from other countries are going to be, I guess, weaponized is the right word. I don't know, or used as a what did he say? Civilian police. I forgot what he said. Civilian army. Yeah, civilian army. So because they're not from this country, their whole, the country that they're migrating to, so they have no ties technically. So whatever the marching orders they're given for these services uh, that they're getting for free, they're going to follow them, right? Whatever it is that is going to be the marching orders later on. I don't know.
Yeah.
oh, yeah, there. Go on, sorry. Carry on.
Go ahead, Seeker.
No, I was just gonna say, uh, nowadays with what they've done with the military, with the whole purge of so-called extremists from the military and stuff like that, it might be slightly different, but the average person in the military, at least when I was in, if you told them to march down the street of their hometown and shoot their neighbors or arrest some grandmother because she had different political ideology than what the government liked or anything like that, they turn around and tell you to fuck off. But if you have a bunch of military aged men from different countries who know no one here, they don't care about anything here except for the free stuff you give them, then as long as you keep giving them paychecks and free shit, they'll go take over whatever town you want. They'll go kill whoever you want. They don't care.
Yeah, that's true. They don't type where I live. You know, they'll do whatever they like. They throw rubbish. They don't care. You know, you can tell them, don't do this, don't do that. You know what I mean? They don't care. He's writing that sort of. Or they tell me I'm racist. I get that every so often when I really do tell them what
Oh,
I
you
think, you
too?
know.
I've been getting
Yeah.
that for a while now.
Yes.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
if
you're
you
not told me. Sorry, go on.
if you point out the very basic facts of the situation of the crimes committed or the economic hardship created by this situation or that situation, yeah. Oh, you're a racist. You're a bigot. You hate. You're not human. You don't love people.
Right.
And they look at you as well in a certain way. I've tried to tell people. Once I was on my fence, I told him to get off my fence. And he looks at me and says, "Oh, you're racist." I said, "Well, if you don't get off my fence, I'll be looking like I'll be getting some water and throwing it at you, but whatever." And he just turned around and said, "Well, I pay taxes," and told me I didn't work. And he got a child there. You know what I mean? So they're teaching their children sometimes to be disrespectful to people in their own country. You know,
Yeah. That's
and
rough
that's when you
to
get
see.
resentful, really.
Right. I have somebody else on the panel. I don't know if they called by accident or they want to contribute, but I want to say hello
Oh,
to
yeah, I
Aloha.
don't sometimes have my glasses on.
Hello, guys.
Aloha, did you want to say something? What's
Hello,
going on,
guys.
buddy?
Hi. How
How
you
are you? Where are
doing?
you from, and what do you want to say?
I'm from a very far away country, China.
Oh, congratulations! I'm sure you
No
guys are
kidding.
doing well over there.
No kidding.
How's
Job, guys.
let me ask you, did you have a different screen name on Podbean?
Yeah, I have a different name. Yeah.
I'm
You
trying
can
to
call me Dylan.
remember. I'm trying to remember what it was. Have you been on my show before?
This is the first time I've been on your show.
Okay. All right. What do you want to say, buddy? Go ahead.
I just want to say, cheer up. At least you guys can like elect your leader out. We get leaders like for eternity.
That's a good point. They just allowed or told Xi Jinping to stay in office, right?
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
They allowed what's his name? Xi Jinping? Is that how you say his name? Stay in
Yeah,
office?
yeah, that's the guy.
Is he they're gonna be doing a ceremony for him on Monday or something like that?
I think like today
Is it today?
they will announce the like seven most powerful guy in China. They will this is his third term.
This is
The third
his
term.
third term. How many years has he
Yeah,
been there?
10 years.
10 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Guys in chat, can you imagine if you had Biden for 10 years? Would he last for 10 years? I have no idea.
And what do you think of him? Ask him what he thinks
Oh
of
God,
him.
on
What do you
the
think he
panel,
would?
I'd say hail to the no. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to get in the middle of all that, but my God, don't even.
Can you imagine
10 years. Yeah.
having Biden 10 years as president in his prime? He wasn't even good in his prime either, from what I've remember from people.
No, I can tell you it wasn't.
I mean,
I know for a fact.
oh,
Dear God, no.
I don't think this country would last 5 years under his ass.
So Aloha, tell us, what do you think about your situation, or what is it that you want to talk about? You mentioned that at least we can vote our leaders out. What else?
Yeah. Actually, I have lot of things to speak, but I don't know how to start. It's actually.
Well,
I just
start with the
listening to you
smallest
guys.
thing.
For one thing, it's not right to. Normally, we have like a leadership, have a leader stay for 10 years. That's it. And he seems seems like the idea to stay in power for more than that. It's a distraction to the existing existing how to say it, like, because the
Regime?
power transaction, yeah, the power transaction goes mostly for the last like 20 years, but they came
So, all right.
and
So I'm
everything
sorry.
changed.
I'm sorry. Like I told Linda and a lot of people, I'm a stupid American, so I don't really know a lot of foreign
It's good
a lot of
sound. Go on,
a,
carry
lo-
on.
a lot of foreign
Yeah.
way of doing things. Does everyday people in your country, do they have a say in who gets elected and what is the process?
We don't have a say.
You don't have a say. Okay.
Yeah, we don't do voting, something like that. But uh,
Hmm. What about like,
it's
is there local elections like in local areas?
no, we don't do local election either. But
Oh,
to me, it's almost the same because the election or not, it's almost the same. You get your leaders like Biden, right?
right. Thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But
The
does it
system is
pass on
rigged.
from one family member to another family member?
Yeah, the system is rigged to some extent. Yeah,
All right.
no matter where you are, the system is rigged. The election or not, this this game is rigged.
the game is rigged. I like that. Yeah. Oh man. So let me ask you this: is there a hard process for people over there to leave the country?
Yeah, it's very hard for people to leave. We have a word for um, many rich guys are, are immigrating out of China right now.
And it's only the rich people that are able to leave the country, right? Not no
Yeah,
average workers or people.
yeah.
Aren't they buying
You,
property in China, in America? Some Chinese people are getting
yeah,
property from America, aren't they? Or is it Canada?
yeah.
I'm sure
You
anywhere
know,
that's not in China, they're trying to
yeah,
buy property, probably.
many rich Chinese are buying property or buying citizenship in Singapore just now.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I didn't catch it. Go on. In where?
Many Chinese rich guys are buying citizenship in Singapore.
They're buying citizenship in
Singapore. Oh,
Singapore.
right, Singapore.
Singapore, yeah, yeah. Sorry,
That's very
my English is not that good.
no,
Sorry.
that's fine.
Oh,
My
well.
English thinking isn't very good. So we're half and half.
We'll get there.
So let me ask you, Singapore is a very like they have like a no nonsense law
Yeah,
enforcement over there, right? Like
yeah.
you can't even like spit on the sidewalk unless you get like 10 years in prison. Is that
But
true?
to me, Singapore is a very good model. To me, it's a very good model.
A good model for what?
Uh,
Like a good place to live?
yeah, a good place to live, and their governing model is very good because um, their leaders really like, responsible for their people.
Oh, so they are responsible. So you're meaning like there's consequences if they don't do right by their people?
Yeah,
I like that.
unlike in unlike in Britain or in like United States, because
Right.
your politician, if you select it, you bear the consequences, right?
Right. And if they
Nothing.
do see any consequences, it's probably 10, 20 years later, you know?
Yeah,
while they're like drooling over themselves. No offense to anybody that drools over themselves.
But, I mean, we get quite a lot of Chinese people come over here, especially to study in our universities.
Yeah.
Where they come.
I get many friends who study colleagues or co-workers study in Britain for their bachelor's degree or something like that. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you, what is your age range? You don't have to be specific if you don't want, but are you early 20s, late
My
20s,
early 30s.
early 30s? Okay. Are you currently in China now?
Yeah. I'm in Shanghai.
You're in Shanghai. What is, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of a profession do you have?
I'm a testman, a consulting firm, work for a consulting firm.
I'm sorry, what was that? Consulting?
Consulting, yeah.
Consulting.
Consulting. Okay. Can you consult me on the stocks? I'm trying to learn
here. I'll do it myself, I think. I will keep the secret to myself.
Okay.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I have a question in the chat that I don't know if this is an improper question because I don't know where it's coming from, but they want to know, what is your thoughts on breast milk? I don't know why.
What? Breast milk?
What? Where's that one?
Right. Breast milk? I don't know. What is that? Is that supposed to mean something?
I think he's having young.
I don't know.
First and foremost, I'm not able to produce it right now.
Hold on, Chris. I'm trying to find the question. Hold on. Ask him what? Ask him breast milk producers by men? What? Possible? What? So you're saying is breast milk possible by men? Is that? I think that's the question, right? Don't ask me to do stuff on the spot, guys. You know I'm not good at that.
What?
I think we'll pass that question.
Yeah, check the milk.
Chris, you want to call up and ask him? I'm probably doing it wrong.
I think our Prime Minister, Richie Sunak, worked in Singapore for a while because it's quite. Don't say. Can't remember now what I was going. Can't remember the things I was going to say.
Here's the individual that wants to ask you the question. Aloha.
So, right.
Hello.
Let's hear it. What's up?
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, good. Hello. Hey, how are you? So the question is, what are your thoughts on men producing breast milk? Yes or no?
What the fuck?
That's a good question. For God's sake. I don't think. No. I'll say no.
You need to define
say no.
men or women.
Oh my God.
If you define in United States way, it could be. Yeah.
A man has a penis and a woman has a vagina.
Yeah, that's my understanding. But
men produce semen, women have uteruses.
Yeah. But the
so
LGBTQ...
Are we at least at an agreement on this?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, Aloha.
Do you know you must know the LGBTQ movement, right?
I'm sorry, what was
their definition, LGBTQ movement, transgender, in their definition, men also can produce milk, right?
No, there's only two genders.
No.
He's trying to say that men can produce breast milk too. I think that's what you're saying. Is that what you're saying, Aloha?
Yeah, men can produce milk.
Men can produce. Well, I mean, it comes out of a different. Never mind.
if you're transgender, right?
Is this what your
Right.
dictator tells you?
Hold on, Seeker. You're in the Matrix. Go ahead, Aloha. If you could answer the question. Is this what Xi Jinping says?
Your LGBTQ movement told us transgender.
LBTQ.
Woman.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
When was
You don't
this?
have that.
Oh, right. You one on me.
You're still in the Matrix, Seeker. Okay. Do you have any other follow-ups, Chris?
No, standing by.
Over. Okay. LGBTQ said that men can produce breast milk. I mean, I know I have moobs, but I never tried to, produce anything.
There was one that did produce a baby, though. They grew a baby inside the
Arnold
bloke.
Schwarzenegger.
No,
he
that's
did.
lies.
Yeah,
It's
I
all
remember.
lies.
Is that lies? Yeah, I thought it
It's
probably
not
was.
possible.
Does everybody know about the story?
Well, I was thinking that, but I thought I'd just bring it up in the mix. See, Evan.
Only Sean can do that miracle.
Yes, the dude Sean can pull it off. You're still in the Matrix,
Right.
Seeker. Sorry, buddy. Restart your Wi-Fi or something, or your data. I don't know. So you're saying a straight man, Aloha, can produce breast milk? Okay. Now that can I?
Well,
ask
there you
this?
have it, folks.
Can I? Yeah. China is just as out there as we are. Can you put it in coffee, Aloha? Or would you?
Yes, most definitely, I would. I seek that shit out.
Definitely.
I just
Hey,
drink a
buddy.
latte this morning.
Oh, nice. You're a coffee drinker, buddy?
Yeah, every day.
That's awesome. You love my show. Or probably you wouldn't. I hate a lot of things about it. Anyway. So what else can you say about your country, man? What is the I don't want to say propaganda, but what is like the news spreading about over here where you live? Oh, never mind.
Um,
Oh, somebody left. That was Seeker. Okay.
And we're not talking about STDs.
Yes. Keep that over there.
I think like media is always the same in China or in Turkey. You don't believe it, right?
Let me ask you. Are you using a microphone, like a headset?
Listen, ask him the obvious
using a mic-
question, Ralph.
I like I like to,
The elephant in the room.
dodge.
Just ask the question.
That's the question.
I'll ask the question I'll ask the
ahead.
question
You
if you
do
want me
it.
to.
You're the man.
Listen, Aloha.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Wuhan?
What's my thought? It's a very complicated question, actually. Very complicated question.
What was that? A public question? Is that what you said?
It's a very complicated question. You need to
We have
ask
time.
very
We have plenty of time.
specific.
The floor is yours.
You need to ask
We
specific.
have half an hour. Go for it.
Specific. What do you mean, my thought?
Just your thoughts. What are your thoughts on Wuhan? I mean, everybody's talked about it in the news for the past couple of years. You live there. What are your feelings? What are your thoughts on it? Could it have been avoided? Is it true? Is it not true? Just in general, what are your thoughts about Wuhan and the COVID-19 virus?
Could it avoid it? I will answer this question first, right? I don't know.
I'm sorry. You said you're trying to avoid the question?
No. Could it be avoided? I don't know. I don't know. Could it be
It's
avoided?
avoided and he doesn't know.
Yeah, this COVID.
I think it was leaked, personally, from that the Institute, which you're actually American. Fauci, he was involved in it. It was part of the American sort of experiment,
Right.
and he was paying for it. And I let it loose. That's my thought on it.
So okay, aloha. Are they saying over there that it was America that leaked it, or are they even bringing it up that there was a leak in Wuhan? Aloha, you losing internet too? Okay.
Sorry, unstable connection. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we were concerned you were getting permission on how to answer.
Is this Secker, right? Secker, you seem a little angry right now.
No, it's not Seeker. It's someone else. But he's just being straightforward because I'm a big American wuss that doesn't want to ask hard questions. He's doing it for me. But I just want to know, what is the media outlets of it? Are they saying that we did it in the United States, or they're not even saying that there was a leak in Wuhan?
Yeah, we're trying to get some insight from you since you live there. It's not very often we get to hear anything from the source.
What is the general feeling about how it was created, the COVID virus? What's the general feeling in China amongst your people? Not just you, amongst the people.
There are a lot of theories. Can you hear me now?
Much better. Much better.
What the hell?
You sound better now.
Okay. There are a lot of theories, actually. But there is a US leaked theory. There is we eat too much wild animals theory. There are a lot of theories. But for me, I don't know which one is true. But apparently the US leak theory is this theory is backed by the government in some way, but not in the China government never said this theory, but I think it's supported by the government in some way. Yeah.
Well, that's what we've been led to believe. Well, I think China sorted it out better. They actually did the right things compared to Britain. They didn't do the right things compared to China.
Now, aloha. I just want you to understand something real quick. Whatever we're asking, or the way that I'm talking, this has nothing to do with you. All right. I'm not trying to spew hate on you or the people over there of China. This is just the government that we have issues with. Are we clear on this? This is nothing against you.
Yeah, we have issue with the government for 30 years. I have a lot of experience.
Okay. All right. Just so we know, this is not like a hate on people from China thing. This is just hating on government in general.
Yes.
Yeah. If I know it. If not, I can hang up right now, right?
Right.
I don't need to answer the question.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just
Ralph.
want to shed some light. Yeah.
Gosh, Ralph.
Call pushy. Okay. Is there another? Do you have a follow up, Chris?
Yes. Dude Sean back channeled me and wanted me to ask what is it like with Chinese prostitution? Is this a very common thing, or is it not all the he wants to know, is this something that happens regularly? Why do you shy away and blur everything out in the videos?
It's the government.
You mean the Japanese like adult video, right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
mix
Oh, that's a Japanese thing. Okay. Now we're
Japanese
learning.
thing. I watched it since college, I
See,
think.
Sean, I told you it was Japanese, not Chinese.
Yeah.
No, be quiet. Don't
Seeker,
speak, Seeker. Shut your mouth.
No, Seeker.
Shut your mouth, Seeker. Be quiet.
You're still in the Matrix.
Okay, continue, Aloha.
Go ahead, Aloha.
I watched the Japanese like AV for like 10 years. Yeah, me too.
What about a penis? What?
What?
What? What did you say? I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I'm sorry, Aloha. Could you repeat yourself? I didn't hear you. I didn't understand.
Myself watched the porno like 10 years, but I'm married now.
Is
so
it readily available?
Yeah.
Okay.
Internet.
Okay, good.
Okay. That's awesome.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, we can hear you, but hush, Seeker. Hush, we're not done with Aloha. Quiet. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, you
anyways,
Matrix.
The thing I wanted to bring up was that the Chinese government just recently bought a very large cattle ranch plot of land here in Florida. And they have made it publicly known that they're going to use it to build a biolab that is just like Wuhan, but twice the size.
Now, we don't expect you to know all this information, Aloha, because, I mean, even though we know about this stuff.
I don't know this
maybe you don't.
information.
Yeah, Aloha is a regular citizen like us.
Yeah, just an individual, right?
Yeah, don't let him talk to you like that, Aloha. He's not part of any kind of government, Seeker.
Well, I'm guessing none of you actually knew that, so, just wanted to pass it along.
No, I didn't, but thanks.
Yeah, it doesn't have any way in this conversation right now. It's totally irrelevant.
Sure.
Aloha, would you keep us posted if anything happens to you? Like if they're gonna arrest you for any reason?
I think nothing interesting happened to me. I'm just a working man, like everyone else, right?
No, it's just we get the impression, at least I do, maybe I'm wrong, but that since the government or whatever the censorship gods over there, they overlook their citizens very carefully. So if anything was to come out or if they were to speak out against their government, that they would be swept away.
Actually, in daily life I can speak to to my friends about everything.
Okay.
Yeah, but in China the censorship is working like that. You don't speak publicly.
You don't speak publicly about anything against the government. Okay.
Yeah. So if you speak privately or you in dinner talk, right?
So somebody can snitch on you, or a family member, say, hey, so and so is talking something. I'm just trying to help the regime out. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of it. I'm thinking it as a Cuban thing because that's what they usually do in Cuba. So that's what I'm asking you.
I have another question later.
If it's the one-to-one conversation, it will be fine. Okay. You can speak everything you want. you just like share your opinion, right?
Right.
And it's just a like discussion.
So phones aren't hacked. Like some people believe they hack the phones, but they don't. As long as you're talking outward,
Well,
that's
they do.
okay. Do they?
I have a question with
I
a
think it's
follow-up
fine.
question when we're done.
Sure.
Yeah, the
Okay.
NSA hacks our phones.
What's your question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
First question is, what are your thoughts on intellectual property? And then the second part of the question is, what are Chinese citizens mostly arrested for? Is it traffic stops? Is it drug use or murders?
Really?
I'll answer your first question as an individual, right? Okay. About the intellectual property, I think it's a good thing for like stimulate innovation, but sometimes it's used against competition.
Okay, interesting. Thank you.
Yeah. Uh, the second question is about I don't know. Maybe it's like I think in jail is
Well, like what's the most criminal offenses that happen within China? Like what are people
murder.
going to jail for mostly?
Mostly, I think it's like uh, uh, fight, just fight,
Fighting? Okay,
and
so no racial profiling going on.
no, because the minority here is quite different. The definition is quite different because we look the same.
Okay.
Even the figures, we look almost the same. So there's no like racial profiling. I have like Muslim friends in college.
Is there still like tribal fighting that happens at all amongst
10 years
neighbors?
ago,
10 years
10
ago?
years ago. Yeah,
Ralph, you want to
nowadays
follow up
people
with that?
Is there any older
nowadays people are
individuals with like glowing eyes that can hover over? No, I'm sorry, that's a movie. Can I ask you, what is the is there any more lockdowns over there?
yeah, we're still in lockdown in some way,
Wow.
partially
Hmm.
lockdown. Yeah,
Oh man. What is considered lockdown over there? Like people cannot leave their homes for any reason.
big, like if you ever came near or like COVID COVID-19 patient, they will tracking you because they will tracking you and lock you down like for 2 days in your home and 2 days in your home. You can't go anywhere. After that, if you test negative, you can out and work or continue your life.
Okay. I have another question. What do you think about your privacy, like facial recognition software that's pretty prevalent around China and being able to track you everywhere? Do you think that is working well for your country? And should that technology be used in other countries? Or what do you think?
It's a big question. I can't answer. I have some concern, but I don't know the answer. Yeah.
He has concerns, but he doesn't want to answer. Okay, I got you.
I don't have
Oh, you don't have an
any
answer.
specific answer because I don't know the extent of this problem.
Okay.
I have some
Gotcha.
concern. Yeah.
Now, during the height of, because you said you were in Shanghai, during the height of the lockdowns in Shanghai, did they like chain the doors of apartment towers to keep the people in?
I watched some videos. Yeah, I watched some videos about that.
Would
But
you say, in your
I
professional
was,
opinion, those are credible videos?
um, I think it's happened in some apartments. Yeah,
I heard that you had
I
to have
looked down
bands they put
during
on.
the lockdown in sorry, sorry.
Didn't you have to have certain bands on? So if you got it, you could, and if you had got a certain band, you could go out and do shopping and stuff. And then if you hadn't, you got to stay in, and they used to stand at the doors of these apartments. So had guards there all the time.
During the lockdown, I was like stay at home for 3 months
Yeah.
without
3
going
months.
anywhere. Yeah,
Do you believe in the
How
death
did you
penalty?
get food,
yeah.
Chris? You fucking idiot.
Do
Now
you?
you said you just
Yes.
said that you were
Yeah,
you just said that you were locked down for 3 months. Now,
yeah.
how were you able to get food during those 3 months?
I buy it online.
Online.
Yeah, we have like a delivery service still on. Yeah, we can buy it
So
online.
they allowed deliveries, but you just couldn't leave.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got 10 minutes left. I want to get a good understanding from you, Aloha, the concept of so you can if you can give an explanation on social credit scores. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah, I understand
Okay,
it.
how does that work
Yeah.
in your country so that people can understand how it might be implemented in other countries?
The social credibility score is not official released, I think, right? But I think they have a system in some way. But like everything, like almost everything in China, we don't have like this kind of transparency yet. So I don't know the detail, but it can it can be used against you in some way. Yeah.
But what does that really look like? You said it's not rolled out yet, you're saying? Or
Yeah, not raw yet.
I think it's
okay,
based on like how good of a citizen you are. Like, are you following the rules? Are you getting in trouble? Are you
Yeah.
paying your, meals and not getting tickets?
Yeah.
okay. Not
But I have some questions for you
okay, you
guys.
got
Can
you got
you
10 minutes, go
like
for it.
okay, enlighten me. What you guys what you guys think about like Joe Biden?
He's an idiot.
I don't know
Okay.
the man personally because I just known about him recently since he's took in office.
Uh,
I frankly don't
as a
think he's doing a good job.
politician.
That's my take on it.
How about his leadership?
They suck.
I think his
Okay.
Yeah,
leadership
Ralph.
is very poor, or at least the people that he surrounds himself with. It's very poor.
Now listen, Aloha, you know where you're at. You're on the Ralph Williams show right now. You need to make sure you download that WESN, right? On your app store. Follow him on Facebook. Follow him on Instagram and Twitter. Click that follow button so you can come back. Because right now, you're in front of thousands of people.
Fucking Chris.
Thanks, buddy.
Commercial time, right? This is a commercial time, right?
I usually talk commercials, but since I got a good guest on, I want to give them enough airtime because I usually do commercials. But yeah, I do have a mobile
Okay.
app. I don't know how that works for you guys if they allow you to download anything. But you
I have VPN.
okay? So if you download the mobile app, it's W-ESN. It is I guess a radio station. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Just in case you want to hear any American content and what we think about our government and a lot of governments, you can tune in and check it out.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. I will do
Hey,
that.
do you have any other questions for for us?
I think it's a very, very hard question for you guys about the gun law.
About what?
The gun law, the Second
the gun law.
Amendment,
Gun
right?
law. Okay,
Yeah.
what about it?
Because to me, the moderate in United States is very high, comparing with like other developed countries. In compared with Britain,
I mean,
what's your thoughts
so
on
let me
that?
ask. Well, I'm not sure about the stats, but are you comparing statistics of shootings compared to violence? Because I'm sure even in countries that don't
Yeah,
have guns to the people, there's still a high amount of violence. It's just different. I don't know if I'm correct in that statement. Maybe Chris can tell me something about it.
but some lunatics like shooting and kids at school, right?
Well,
It's insane to
Right.
me.
And that's
Yeah.
warranted.
Aloha. The thing that you have to take into account is it's not really about the guns. It's more about the culture and the society that we have here and what people value and don't value. It's very different in other countries. It is actually very barbaric here.
Okay.
When I went overseas and I saw other cultures, I realized this is a very barbaric country, and it's only gotten worse.
We don't have.
So I want to
guns in
hear
England.
you guys' opinion on this.
We want to thank everybody for joining the Ralph Williams podcast on WESN.
Thank you, Chris. Well, aloha. Thank you very much for calling in. You know, you're always welcome to come back and give us an update on your situation, and if you have any other questions for us, you know, you can bring them. You can bring them up.
Okay, thank you. I just call in by accident, actually.
Oh, well, thank you.
I think I will call in.
Make sure to click that follow button. Click on Ralph's profile and click follow, and you'll get notified every time he goes live.
Already did.
Thanks.
I already did.
Thank you very much, aloha. Thank you, Chris. Well, thank you.
I think the most important thing is about we all need to have some kind of sense of humor, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very
Tell
bad at it, but I
That's
try
why
to
we
a
have
sense of
Seeker
humor.
on the panel. He's comedy relief.
Okay. Okay.
When you can hear him and he's not in the Matrix.
Exactly. Well, aloha. Are you working right now?
Sorry?
Are you working right now?
Sean.
No. Today is Sunday in China.
Oh, it's Sunday already. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, hey, man, enjoy your day off.
Thank you.
Here,
Thank you.
we're gonna disconnect, but I appreciate you being here, buddy. Thank you for accidentally joining.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Guys.
Take care, buddy.
WESN. Yeah.
That's awesome. See,
Could you sell out any harder?
no, at least someone tries to sell my stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you, Chris.
Doing very
Yeah,
well.
man. That's what we got to do. We got Linda, we got Seeker up here, we got Ralph.
GP in the
Chris,
You
you
got a big room. Look, you got 20
cheesy
people in here,
motherfucker.
Ralph. Got 20 people in here. See, there's importantness right happening
Yeah,
right
we've
now.
got a good man there. Don't lose
You
him.
were cheesy as
Listen, I'm just asking the questions the people want to hear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
I
problem.
never even
That's
knew
good.
that was a thing. Like, what brought you to ask that question, Chris? About the
I mean, it's the
breast milk?
questions that nobody wants to ask. I mean, I've always wanted to do a podcast that asks the hard questions. I mean, I know it's going to bring a lot of,
hard questions?
yeah,
Really? Those are the hard questions?
well, I mean, just, the elephants in the room. I know everybody was thinking of it. And if you weren't,
I
then,
didn't even
you're
know
lying
there was
to
a thing
yourself.
over there. Like, what? Like,
Yeah, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
not
They-
about
they-
the man about drinking, men having Milk? No, I didn't think about that. What?
I mean, how often do we have somebody that is in China that can answer some of our questions directly as a citizen versus us hearing it from the news?
Yeah.
You know, if this is where he is from, you know,
Right.
like it's not like a fake or
Right.
you know what I mean? But
You know, with a name like Aloha, he probably could be from Hawaii. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think you guys got a little lost in translation with that whole men's milk thing. I think what he was trying to say is, according to the West, with the whole LGBT whatever thing, yes, it is possible, but technically, no, it's not. I think that's what he was trying to say.
I didn't even hear him say anything about that. I think Chris just brought it up like he knew about it. I didn't know about that.
I should know what he's talking about, personally.
But I'm glad he did.
Because he kept trying to get it out, but he couldn't get it out.
I think it was a pretty tough question to ask right from the beginning. I should have warmed up a little bit more.
But it was good.
You got him warmed up.
I'm all about learning new things.
Are you going on again, Ralph?
I mean, we'll see if nobody else wants. If nobody else is going on, I'll go on.
Do it.
I mean, you got 20 people in here, so I'm just trying to help a brother out. Keep it going.
It. All right. Well, yeah.
I mean, what else am I going to do? Listen to some guy from fucking Nigeria talk about fire?
True.
Or a seeker talking about somebody from Nigeria talking about fire?
Really? Come on, man. You can come up with something better than that.
Listen, we all know you're a Jackie Speaks Life lover. All right, seeker?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Don't lie. Go to her show. Check it out. You'll love it.
What is that?
Just trust me. Jackie Speaks Life. You'll love it. It's right up your alley.
Oh, that's a show? That's a show
Yes.
on Podbean?
Yes, yeah. No, I'm serious. You'll love it.
Well, that should tell you that I've never heard of it. So,
Get your fire. There's a lot of things you haven't heard of. Just get your fire emojis ready.
I don't know. You'd be surprised.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you being here, man.
Hey, I try.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Everybody, make sure to go follow Chris Unplugged if he wants to do it real quick, or say it right now. Any place that people can follow you on? Twitter?
Yeah, you can follow me on IG at Chris Unplugged 2.0. It's private, so you got to let me know or reach out to me if it's you trying to come in. So I don't just let anybody come in my show there on IG. I keep a small circle, but other than that, if I'm on, I'm on. Look for the
exactly quack.
And every once in a while, you can find him at the local bar working on his motorcycle.
Nice.
The local bar comes to me and fixes it. I don't have to go anywhere.
All right. Thank you, Linda, for being here. Thanks, Seeker.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. Remember, follow me on Twitter at the Ralph William. Follow the station at WESN Radio on Twitter as well. All right. Stay humble, stay hungry, and you'll always be blessed. All right. Take care. Peace.
That was a damn good show.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on. The last time you're going to see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.